Ain't chatting with you, we ain't going tit for tat. Trying to tell me how to get in the bag. We're going to get in the bag. I'm about to get in it. I'm like, automatic is a habit. You should know it's automated. I've been getting to it. I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just want to know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Mexico City Diablos and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
12 at the 23-yard line.
You better come harder next time, son.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it second down.
And 3 at the Bucs' 30-yard line.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity. Treat it as such.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
2nd and a yard.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs' 18-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Jones. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The
Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off near the 32. So his struggles just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled. But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown.
Touchdown.
Aaron Jones with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
On play action, they'll throw. Complete to Kelly. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
4th down.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at the Buccaneers' 47-yard line.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 18 on the play. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones, and he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. This is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Diablos 21. Buccaneers nothing.
McCann's got it teed up. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Their own 19-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw here. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a 1st down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. He got 29 yards that time.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. 16 yards, a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his first touchdown on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Diablos 28, Buccaneers nothing. Tucker
McCann's got it teed up. And this carries into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. All right, here we go. 45, 45. Mike, 45. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. 45's the Mike. 45's the Mike. Get your swarm on.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
45, 45, 45, Mike, 45. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield.
1st down and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Mike 5, Mike 5. Hey, watch your leg.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
They'll set up to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Shift, shift. Check 52.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 more on that one and another first down. He was able to escape the pocket and get out of bounds. You like the decision-making?
I love the decision-making, and I love the execution because you just know that his eyes were darting all over the place. Now they talk about keeping your head on a swivel, looking for the danger spots where the hits are going to come from. How about him getting all he could out of that run and then getting out of bounds?
And he told us, look, and that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
You got nothing. Hey, check my...
That's out to the left, flat and complete. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
He's tied right here. He's tied on the right. Tied on the right. 3 down. 3 down. Check. 22 meters.
A throw out wide here, caught by Pettis. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He can run for it, and he will. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
A 29-yard attempt.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
A 29-yard attempt.
McCann's kick up and good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger.
Buccaneers.
Well, what do you think? Maybe a little disappointment there. They had a pretty nice drive going at the end of the half, and they have to settle for 3.
Well, definitely a little bit of disappointment there because when you kick a short field goal, you shake your head a little bit like, could we have done a little bit more? Could we have gotten one more shot to try and get 6? But with what little time was left on the clock, I think it was a smart play.
And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range as well, down at the 17-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. From the 6. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Check Mike 39. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Back to throw now on first down. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Let's go, D. Hey, alert 3.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. They had 2 straight first downs, now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Mike's by 4. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot. Check 26. Check 26.
Here's Jones. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
49.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. A play action fake. They'll look to throw. He may try and run for this. And he's got this down a yard. He's out of bounds. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
He's tackled at
early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
All day, every day, any day. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. I smell fear in that offense. I'm telling you, 50 fury.
Again, it's Jones. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
And
it goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
City first down.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. There's a quick throw right side, and it's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
A loss of 3 yards. And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
33, yellow. Hey, they're scared. They're scared. Hey, check Mike 39.
Now Jones. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A loss of 2 there, second down.
I just wonder if before that last play, if someone on the defense stepped in the huddle and said, we've been run over, run around, run through all game long. Can we come up with one stop right here? And on that play, they did.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Flushed out right. This will be caught at about the 6. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the connection, but not enough. 4th down. On now, Tucker McCann from the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. McCann's kick up and good. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
To number 89.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Diablos.
Now back to throw.
Let's go, defense. Get up the field, defense.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Complete.
Give him 23 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
But it's 3rd down.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Oh, good move. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. We've seen this already from him in this game. 2nd time he's into the end zone with a rushing touchdown.
So the head coach is going to have a meeting with the owner this week. You know why? He's got to let the owner know, I know you wrote the check for his arm, but we're going to make him a part of our running game too. This guy can do it all. Let's see where he takes us.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
41. Buccaneers, nothing. Tucker McCann set to kick off.
McCann's got it teed up. And this carries into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt the return.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays.
Pressure comes and down he goes. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. It's Preston Smith. He gets the sack there. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 8. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet? Incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And 8.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had good success. 5. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
On for the field goal of 30.
McCann's kick up and good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. To Evans on the slant. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. Back to throw again. Smith catches left side. And he is going to have a Bucs first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
At the 45-yard line.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Come on now, let's go.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Eluded, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Rashawn Gary, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 33. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously give the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. On play action, they'll throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now a handoff here to his running back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
On the tackle. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and
more muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory.